Welcome. I've been having some technical issues. This is like the third time I'm recording here, but I rebooted my computer. Good for me. I want to talk to you today about Ricochet in the WWE and just kind of rant about absolutely nothing about him for a few minutes. So, as many of you already know, and I've discussed myself along with a plethora of other people, there's a good chance that he is not renewing his contract with WWE and that he is going to be written off of TV very shortly. So, what do I think of that? Is WWE at fault? Is it his fault? I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm just some random dude that's been watching wrestling for over 40 years. And I mean, all I can say is I really appreciate Ricochet. Seems like a really, really grounded, overall good dude. You know what I mean? He really does. And he's incredibly talented. And of course, like all things, not everybody can be good at everything. Not everybody can be a triple threat. And that expression comes from back in the day when actors and actresses were able to both act, sing, and dance. I call a superstar, a wrestler, a triple threat if they can wrestle, cut a promo, and do commentary. And don't get it twisted. Doing commentary and cutting a promo are two very different things. You can potentially be incredibly good at one and suck at the other. So Jerry the King Lawler is a triple threat because he could wrestle, he can commentate, commentary, and cut a promo. As you can tell, I'm lacking in a few of those areas. So CM Punk, another one that can do it. Anyhow, so Ricochet, with all due respect, there's no sugarcoating it. For me, it's not so good in that one end, but he more than makes up for it in the ring. The guy's an absolute freaking beast. And he's really strong, and he's so capable, and he's so fluid. So what do I think potentially could have helped him want to potentially stay with the company? All right. I don't know. A character change, sometimes going heel can help. Like Zelina Vega, when she was heel, she was actually pretty good on the mic. Now she's just a bit of a... Right? The pride. And no, not because they're black and... Okay? It's not... Okay? Not because of that. It's because they legitimately are a good faction. Plus, I do think it's actually cool to have an all-black faction anyways. These guys and girls I like very much. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone because I'm waiting for a plumber to come over. All right. So, them. Maybe. It's just a thought, right? It's just something that crosses my mind because I'm thinking of all the current factions. Because sometimes you have people like Bret Hart, singles and a tag team. You can have other people, Shawn Michaels, tag team, then singles competitor. Macho Man, tag team, singles competitor. There's a lot of people that have been tag team and then singles competitors. Cesaro, Sheamus, like the list goes on forever. I'm not saying this guy can't stand on his own. I'm just sharing. Oh, and then he was also recently with Braun Strowman, right? So then I started thinking, what if we tossed him in here? Would that be cool? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just tickling the idea. Judgment Day. See that space there where JD kind of feels off to the side? I'm just picking on him. I like the guy. Remember, I never dislike anybody in real life. I don't know any of these people. I'm just trying to be a bit of a smartass. I don't know why there's a bright green dot there. Well, I mean, I do, because somebody was pointing on a strudel. I just noticed it now. I don't know why my eyes were there, but we'll keep moving on. Pretend like I didn't mention it. I love Judgment Day as well. I wonder if Ricochet could be a bit of an addition to that group. I know sometimes they try to limit how many people are going to be in a group. They already have they have 5, whereas they have 4. And you've got 5 here again with Final Testament, and I love this group, this faction. I really, really do. I just love them. I really do. Could Ricochet potentially be like their little high flyer in there? I mean, could he be a part of New Day? I don't know. I feel like New Day is one of those groups where If you weren't there from the beginning and you're not Big E, I'm sorry, you can't, you can't do it. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But that's why I didn't bring a picture of New Day up, because I feel like they're so in their thing. There's no flexibility for anybody to be added in there, except for Kevin Owens. Remember that time he kind of joined him and then he had the unicorn on his head? Kind of goofy and funny. He could potentially be in there. Actually, maybe, whatever. Let's move on. And then I bring up this. And the reason I bring this up is two reasons. I fucking love MVP and Omos. I really got to stop watching their real life interviews and interactions with people, because a lot of these people, they're awesome. You see them on TV acting all, and then sometimes you get that weird psychological impression that that's how they are in real life. And I mean, sometimes they are. But most of these people are pretty cool, unless they're Ryback. But fuck that guy. He unblocked me, by the way, on Twitter. Just thought I'd mention that, because I actually had a real minor beef with him. He wouldn't remember who I am because I'm insignificant. But anyways, getting off topic. This brings me to my next point with MVP. MVP is awesome on the mic. He can manage. He can wrestle. What if potentially we gave Ricochet a mouthpiece? What if Ricochet had like Paul Heyman? Hey, we gave Paul Heyman to Curtis Axel, the son of the late great Mr. Perfect. And that was kind of cool. We gave Paul Heyman to actually most people that can cut a pretty damn good promo, especially as of today. Roman Reigns can cut a pretty goddamn good promo. CM Punk is like, you know what I mean? Like the Mario Lemieux on the mic. I mean, he just amazing. And yet he was a Heyman guy, and we gave, well, the world, the WWE gave him Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar can be very funny, can be actually really, really good at cutting promos. Yet he had Paul Heyman forever as his advocate. So what if Ricochet was a Paul Heyman guy? I think that could work. So part of the discussion is this. So this is the Hurt Business, very small group. You got one big, massive dude. Do we do that weird cliche now on the opposite side? We do the small dude, Ricochet. So my thoughts are this. You either give Ricochet MVP and tie him in with Omos, because I want Omos back, goddammit. His match at WrestleMania 39 with Brock Lesnar, I really feel was underrated. I think it was an incredible match. And it really highlighted that this guy can go. So real quick, what are your thoughts on Ricochet? Be honest. I'm not going to be offended. I'm not Ricochet. What do you think? Should he just cut his losses and go to AEW like some people think he might do? Where I truly believe he's just going to be like the highlight, the flavor of the week or the month. And then he's just going to end up jobbing at the bottom of the mid-card tier. So do we just let him go? The AEW? Not that we actually have influence on him. I'm just saying this for the sake of conversation. Do we throw him in with the Hurt Business with MVP and Omos? Do we throw him in with Final Testament? Do we put him in with Judgment Day? Or do we put him in with the Pride? I'm torn, or the New Day. I suppose I'll mention the New Day. I have to admit, the Pride or the Hurt Business for me is just something that I'm like, because with the Hurt Business you also get a manager, but the same thing with the Pride, you get B-Fab and Bobby Lashley, who's also a competitor. Well, he's injured right now, but anyways, and I don't know why that circle's down there, but yeah, so here he would get a couple of managers like B-Fab, which I really like, and Bobby Lashley, kind of interesting. And would that be enough potentially to bring life back to the character and push him up to the top of the mid card is where I feel he would really shine. And that's not an insult. My whole life I wanted to be in the WWE. At first I wanted to be a wrestler, but then I wanted to be more like a Bobby the Brain Heenan. I wanted to be a manager. I wanted to be a heel manager. I wanted to do commentary with Gorilla Monsoon. I'm not even kidding. We could see how well that went, because when you see me, nobody's going, hey, bro, can I have your autograph? Obviously, I never pursued that dream. I made shit of myself. Instead, I get over, or over. Instead, I average under 100 views on my YouTube channel, right? Even on my main channel I've been working on for over half a decade. So I'm not really one to talk about, tiers and places like that, but I'm just being honest. It's not an insult when I say that. I think Ricochet is an incredible asset, and I truly do believe overall, his greatest accomplishment, mine would be putting a sentence together without fumbling. His greatest accomplishment is by far scoring Samantha Irvin. I would like him to stay, really. I think he's a big enough deal, even with the bloated roster and all that if you potentially just do something with him, it could be huge. And again, when you're in a faction, this does not diminish your power, right? Like I look at Karrion Kross now as an incredible character now that's doing much better for himself, even on an individual basis, even though he's aligned with a faction. So yeah, let me know what you think could have been something that could have helped. I almost said Omos out. Ricochet. Thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm, so they say, okay, good, my camera didn't go like it did earlier. It was kind of funny. Because I blinked and it looked like I had a stroke. Don't pause that and then post it all over Instagram. No, don't do it. Yeah, thumbs down if you didn't like it. I'll bend it in half, twist it, break off a solo Sakoan spike in your rectum. And if you want to subscribe to that channel, you know what to do. Naturally, that would be fantastic. But if not, trust me, I totally get it. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.